Hello, you're listening to Everyday Superpower, the place where you can learn about body language, human communication, and everything in between. Today we're going to have a quick overview of the blank face. You will see this from time to time. I mean, maybe not so much on a daily basis, but when in general communications, especially over a longer period, so if you're having like quite a long-term communication with someone, long conversation, you may see this manifest upon their face momentarily, and even so it will happen to you from time to time. And if anything, you might actually be aware of it happening to you at the time, although you can't actually turn it off. So alternatively, it could be called a deadpan face. It is a neutral, relaxed face. Okay, it showcases near to no expression. There's a complete relaxation in the face, and the eyes, which is what I pinpoint the boldest element of this, this behavior, just lose vacancy. They become really vacant. Okay, so it shows that the person is internalizing deep thought or emotion, potentially. Me personally, I am consciously aware that I am performing this behavior, as something somebody says may trigger me to go on to a deep train of thought in response to what they've said, and I can feel myself essentially freeze up a little as I look inside, as I question, as I try and find a response through whichever means to what's going on before me, and it's not necessarily a negative thing, but sometimes you just need a moment to think and to dial in the information you receive, right? So you can see the lack of external manifestation means that it's all internal, as it's all about balance, right? So in this balance, there is no or near to no external emphasis non-verbally, which means it's all going on inwards. They've absorbed the information and they are looking inwards. Okay, you see this when people are watching television, when people are watching a film, and they're so engrossed in it that they actually leave their surroundings and exist within their mind or what they perceive. The media, you will see this when people are put under a trance in hypnosis, when they are told to imagine and they are told to think about walking down steps from 10, 9, and as you follow the instruction, you internalize and you become comfortable in oneself as your body and your conscious physical assessments and movements and dialogue become less and less important at that moment in time. Okay, I mean, this behavior can be conjured consciously if you don't want to give any emotions away, so you're going to like wipe off any hint of life from your face, but it's not as easy as that. This is a natural behavior. When it's done naturally, it exists perfectly. But when you consciously try to create this, let's say you're in a game of poker and you want to put on a poker face, so to speak, it's very hard to do, purely as the rest of your body will speak. Whereas in this internalized, genuine, deadpan scenario where you internalize everything, you tend to relax all around the board, right? It can be most definitely, a lot of times in relation to high stress, when a problem needs solving with such an urgency that your brain's like, right, let's ignore the outside world for 1 minute. We just need to have a deep thought here and ensure that we can survive in the face of this potential threat. Yeah? So it's up to you as to whether you can correctly or at least approach the context as to when this behavior comes about. I mean, if you're having a conversation and you happen to bring up something which shouldn't necessarily trigger this response, but you see this reaction in someone, you have to think, wait a minute, there's something deep in regards to what I've just said. All right. So there you go. It could be in relation to stress, could be in relation to unfinished business, more than definitely a trigger in response to a stimuli, or alternatively it could just be in relation to, you know, some media they are watching. I mean, you know, people get stuck into Instagram Reels or TikTok or so on and so forth, and you'll see this expression on them as they just become trance-like, hypnotized in relation to the media they are consuming. Alright, and without further ado, I'm going to sign out, people. So if you've ever seen this, or if you think you do this yourself, let me know. I'm signing out. Peace.